Welcome to the latest edition of Inside Carolina. I'm your host, Hannah Horn, a proud alumna of the university. And it is a cool, crisp fall morning on the Horseshoe. Nowhere else I'd rather be. Well, in this episode, we're going to take you to the annual State of the University address, where President Amiridis gathered together our campus communities and talked about the recent successes of the university and also his vision for the future. We'll also talk with USC architect Derek Gruner about the USC Next plan. It is an ambitious 10-year master plan for the university's future. And a welcome home to a record-setting fall enrollment, 38,000 Gamecocks strong. We are now educating more South Carolinians than ever before. And the excitement continues with a record-setting increase in research funding. This will help our faculty to solve those real-world problems affecting South Carolinians. Join us as we go inside Carolina. Community leaders and members of the USC family recently gathered in the Russell House Ballroom to hear from President Amiridis and the annual State of the University.
Across the country, higher education is experiencing a time of turmoil. Institutions are facing challenges in enrollment, in finances, and in public trust. But in the midst of all this, USC is thriving. Our strengths are evident across the board, in student application and enrollment, in research, in legislative and donor support, and in our $7.4 billion impact across the entire state. I'm confident we are moving toward a stronger future, and we are increasing our forward momentum with purpose-driven energy. The 23-24 academic year was also a record-setting year in research. For the first time, USC passed the $300 million milestone in sponsored awards. The all-time record that we broke was $309 million, a 27% increase over the previous year, which was also a record year. These awards reflect the quality and hard work of our faculty and their great stride in critical areas such as health, cutting-edge technologies, and energy innovation. Another strong step forward in research was the announcement in July that USC was awarded $10.2 million from the U.S. Economic Development Administration for our work in the USC Nexus technology and innovation. This federal funding will support the creation of the Carolina Institute for Battery Innovation to develop next-generation grid-scale batteries, essential for transition to low-carbon electricity. A strong indicator of our momentum across the entire university is our success in inspiring others to invest in what we are doing. Last November, we had a great celebration for the naming of the Joseph F. Rice School of Law, following a $3 million gift to the law school. And in June of this year, we announced the naming of the Molinaroli College of Engineering and Computing, recognizing another $30 million gift. Each of these gifts will lift their respective programs to national prominence and drive the forward momentum we are targeting in scholarships, research, business and industry partnerships, and community engagement. In August, our Board of Trustees approved a new master plan. This plan builds on two previous master plans over the last 20 years. It includes a far-reaching and ambitious set of projects. It is filled with big ideas that are aspirational and that aim to address a dynamic future over the next 10 years, aligned with our strategic priorities and the needs of our community. Yes, we are experiencing difficult times in the world of higher education. This is evident wherever you look. But I hope you can see also that even in challenging times, the University of South Carolina is thriving and is building greater momentum. We are operating from a position of strength, and we are moving forward with confidence.
On August 23rd, the university's Board of Trustees approved USC Next. It is a 10-year master plan for the university that will honor its rich history and present new opportunities to serve our community better. USC architect Derek Gruner is here to give us more details. Derek, thanks so much for joining us. So for anyone who has not heard, what is USC Next and how does it aim to propel the mission and message of the university?
USC Next is a recently approved master plan to guide the campus development over the next 10 years. The master plan starts with this acknowledgement that the mission of the university is to educate students and support research and service. But it does a very keen job of also acknowledging the spirit of this place and the legacy of this architecture on our campus. Those two ideas underpin the entire master plan.
I would imagine that within the USC plan, because there are so many projects to tackle, a wish list, if you will, what will we begin to see almost immediately, or at least in the next few years?
Right. The priorities that are rather immediate are priorities for improving, for instance, student life within the Russell House, most notably the expansion of dining space and food preparation space. Also, we're looking at a bridge that's going to cross Wheat Street and allow students to move more easily back and forth from Campus Village and the main campus. Two more significant projects that have already received approval from the board to proceed into design is a modernization of the Thomas Cooper Library, something that's been long waited for. And what that will do is transform spaces within the library to address really what 21st century students expect, which is more study space and more student support space. Another project that has been prioritized in the plan is the replacement of the McBride quadrangle. What we'll be doing is removing McBride and replacing it with a larger building so that more students can live at that location, which is really still part of our core. So it harks back to this idea about activating the historic core by having more students living closer to the core.
Tell me the areas of the health sciences.
The health sciences campus is one of the most direct ways that the university benefits our students. We're going to be training physicians there that will likely many stay in South Carolina. We know this from data, and they'll serve rural areas and underserved populations in the state.
As an architect, what of these projects excite you the most?
A couple of the projects that I am most excited about are the projects that revitalize some of our historic facilities. We have plans for Wardlaw, for McKissick, and for Barnwell College. So taking early 20th century buildings and revitalizing them to serve students in the 21st century, you're combining the future with the past in just such a vital and authentic way.
You light up when you talk about it, you really do.
USC Next is quite transformational. That word can be overused, but the master plan is exceptionally broad. And when you start looking at the transformation that we're proposing for Main Street, this is going to make a permanent improvement on the university experience. You know, these changes that are contemplated in this master plan will make USC better for many, many generations.
Yeah. And the city of Columbia.
That's right.
For those who live and work and visit here.
That's right.
Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to the many improvements from USC Next.
Thank you.
These are no doubt exciting times for the university, and we will keep you posted as these projects move forward. Before we go, we want to sing the high praise of USC's School of Music. Congratulations on 100 years of extraordinary music making. Be sure to check out the centennial calendar of events and be sure to get a ticket and a seat for one of their performances. That's all the time we have for now, but if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to share it with your friends, fellow alumni, and family, and we will see you next time inside Carolina.